All right, we're back at it. Day 3, Vietnam. Day 3, Ho Chi Minh City. So, what's on the plan today? Yesterday, we explored the stories of the Australians in Vietnam at Nui Dat. We talked about the Battle of Long Tan, and today we're going to go and uncover those guerrilla fighters who they were fighting against. So we're going to go look into the history of the Viet Cong and the North Vietnamese sympathizers. From here, I'm going to go book a grab, one of these little scooter things, and we're going to go to this, it's almost like it's a secret bunker underneath a coffee shop where they used to store weapons for those fighters here in Saigon. So we're going to go see that. We're going to go see how they stowed the weapons and how they evaded detection from the capitalist forces. And then after that, I've gone and I've booked the Cu Chi tunnels. So we went and saw Phuc Long tunnels yesterday. But we're going to go see the more touristy ones, the ones that everyone comes here to go see. So you're very lucky. I've gone and experienced now both the Phuc Long tunnels and the Cu Chi tunnels. So I can tell you which one's worth it, which ones are better, and my thoughts and all that. But I'm going to go book my grab now, and we'll get into it. KFC. I love KFC. Oh, here we go. Ultimate coffee. Propaganda is real. Mistake, I put the wrong destination on. I confused us all. We've gone and we've reconfigured it. I'm almost about to go and send myself out of town. I don't know how the hell I did that. So we're at our actual destination, which is only 2 minutes down the track from where I was meant to go. So we've got a little bit of extra tour around the city. If it was my mistake, I mean, what do you expect? It's not my language. I don't know what I'm clicking. I'm just clicking buttons and hoping for the best. So this is the weapons bunker in here. It's this narrow shaped building. You go down that pole over there. They asked me not to record in the building because it's owned by the government. So they've let me take some photos, so I'll go and I'll spread them all around here so you can take a look. This one next door is not the house. This is a fake house, not owned by the government, and I think that they do charge you to enter or take a look. Because the guy who does work there said that this is a privately owned premises, this one, and this one's the government owned one, so that's why they've got the plaque. And he just showed me some pictures of them making it official. So you can probably see around it, there's a lot of French-looking buildings, and we've been touching on this for the last 2 episodes, but the French did come and occupy Vietnam in the 1800s, 1850 something they came in, and they were kicked out temporarily when France got invaded by Germany. And then the Japanese came in and took control of this jurisdiction. When World War II ended and the Japanese were defeated, the Vietnamese thought, great, we'll finally have our independence. Well, they were wrong, because instead the French came back, and the Vietnamese people were like, you know what, I'm sick of this. So they revolted in the First Indochina War, led by Ho Chi Minh. And he was leading a force for the Viet Minh. And now, contrary to popular belief, Viet Minh does not stand for Ho Chi Minh. It stands for some really long string of words, but it's got no relation to Ho Chi Minh himself. It's just a coincidence. And so, the First Indochina War was fought and won by the Vietnamese, because in typical French fashion, they surrendered in 1954 at a place up in the north. Can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to put it here. I'll probably butcher the pronunciation anyway. And they surrendered. And the Vietnamese people thought, great, independence. Oh, wrong. They got split into North and South, because Ho Chi Minh was fond of communism. He studied communism when he traveled the world, and the South was under American influence, and such that you had the two states of Vietnam, the South and the North. We'll get more into that later. Here's my coffee destination. The coffee here is great. So, fun fact about the coffee, Vietnam is the second largest exporter worldwide of coffee, and their coffee is really good. They actually make it with condensed milk. I don't normally have milk in my coffee, but this is immaculate. It's been too much, it's been too good. I'm not used to coffee tasting this good. A few different coffees all around. As we go and we traverse through the coast, up the coast, they do their coffee slightly different depending on where you are. So the most popular style is this condensed milk one. There's also an egg coffee. That's popular in the north. You can also get it here, but I haven't had the chance to try it just yet. But I'm gonna go and enjoy this, and by the time I finish, it should be time for our tour. Back again with Chris.
I'm back again
from last night, but we're gonna go hop on our tour to the Cu Chi tunnels.
so
All right, thank you. We're here with Superstar Jason. Superstar Jason's our tour guide. All right, we're hopping on the bus. Kim's Travel. That's Superstar Jason.
Superstar Jason, 4.8 rating. He seems like a top bloke.
We're in good hands.
So 1990, I got a scholarship. I got a scholarship to arrive to Saigon to study English at university. So 2000, I got my English degree. Yeah. You know why I always selfie?
So you don't see the stomach?
Yeah, 2 candy for you. Anybody have candy in the morning? I will try to answer the very simple question.
Mate, you're a superstar. Friend of a superstar. Thank you.
Hey, we got the candy from Jason.
Jason Superstar Candy. Alright, this guy's an absolute character. I love it. I love his iPad, and he's going and showing his slide photos. While we're on the bus to the tunnels, we're driving by the airport. So that's where you fly to Saigon. And it's a little bit off topic and a little bit different, but the Japanese actually surrendered to the Americans at this exact airport over here after the 2 bombs were dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. So right there was where another significant part of history occurred. Before we get to the Cu Chi tunnels, we've stopped off here in this parking lot.
I would like to show you about this design. It's very Vietnam, very beautiful. Also the best seller design here. This is our traditional dress of Vietnam. The name is Áo Dài. With eggshell, seashells, and hand painted together. It's a natural color eggshell, and it's brown, a burning color eggshell.
So they must use the eggshell to paint and create the pictures.
Yeah, so that's why we have to cover by many layers like that.
I'm getting an arts and craft class. Didn't expect this. Didn't realise it was part of the tour. All right, so that's the stop there. All the artwork, they donate some of the money to the victims of Agent Orange, I believe. So it's all for a good cause. So if you come here and you pay, you also give a little bit of a donation. So everything you buy, there is some of it goes to these Agent Orange victims, and those are all the people who experienced deformities post-war. So they weren't even part of the war, they weren't even alive most of the time in the war, but because of the toxic pesticide they use, it went and affected the reproductive cells, and so people were born with these terrible deformities. So the money generated here goes to help them. Anyway, we just arrived here to the tourist centre at Cu Chi. They've got a few co-curricular activities as well. Looks like they've got paintball. You can go in these little inflatable things. So this looks like a recreated rural village. So this is what the Americans and the Australians were clearing out. They'll be walking through the forest, and then they'll stumble across a small village like this. And their job was to clear out the communists who were living here.
Okay, who want to go? Go here.
I'll go.
Turn one side, yes.
In?
Yeah, go in, yeah, 1 or 2 meters. If I spread it back, nothing to go.
All right. We're going into the tunnels.
Stay safe.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Hopefully there's no Viet Cong down here. Oh, jeez. All right. So we're doing the Asian squat walk. Holy. So just like what the tunnel rats would have seen. So you'll walk in through these tunnels with only a pistol to accompany you and a bayonet, and around any corner there could be something. I've got to go on my old paws. And they're lined with booby traps. There's a spider on that wall. What's down here? More tunnel. All right, we're going to turn around now. Jesus.
My best student! My best student!
I know I'm back. It's okay. I didn't die.
See inside, nothing.
I saw a spider.
Oh, spider! Wow!
It's big.
Big! Wow!
It's all right. We've got bigger ones in Australia. Jesus.
Oh,
You can just imagine going through those tunnels and actually having them filled with booby traps. Crazy. This here is a recreation of some of the booby traps that were on the forest floor. So obviously they didn't have artificial grass. This is just to show you. So the floor will be covered in grass. It'll be on some sort of seesaw. As soon as you go and hit one side of the seesaw, put your weight on it, you drop straight down onto these spikes. And normally the spikes weren't just sharp bits of metal or sticks. They actually used to go and put their own wee and excrement on them, and the idea was that they weren't going to kill the Americans instantly. What would happen is they would get a cut on their leg, and then they'll get infected and then die of the infection. So typically if you didn't die from the initial impact, you would die later from an infection.
down only, sit down.
That's a
Sit down,
secret
cannot go.
entrance.
Sit down only. You sit inside.
No, I'm too big.
Sit inside. Yeah, just sit down, yes.
I don't think physics will be physics in that.
Sit there.
Okay. 2 minutes. Yes, see you. That's it.
Where is Michael?
Wow.
This.
Yes, original style of
This
tunnel.
original size.
Yes.
What, they went on their stomach?
Yeah. Yes. You want to say? Yeah.
You can go in.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
The size. Vietnamese style. Shirt off as well.
Yeah, that's easier. See? Wow.
I can't get any. No, my back.
They cannot put, they see the upper
Are you going in?
section, they're very
Represent Poland.
Go ahead. There we go. See the original tunnel.
Oh, you can't go in. It's caved in.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
And that's as far as I've touched the back. There's nothing more. Maybe a spider. So where does this one go?
River.
The
1
river.
kilometer, and right hand side go to the bay 10 kilometers.
So this one goes to the river for their water source.
You want to see? Okay, now my best student.
Oh, I'm going back in.
Best student, go inside. Go to the river. Go inside.
This one I can go in. Hold on.
I see you. Let's me for this. Oh, wow.
So this is the view that the North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong soldiers would have had. I don't know how the tunnel rats did it. You would have heard in the last video the recount of the tunnel rat from Australia and how he was left with PTSD. And I can just imagine what he's been through, experiencing that now. Snakes, spiders. I'm very lucky I didn't get
Then go to the bay,
injured by any of them.
kilometer to the bay.
You want me to go to the bay?
Yeah.
Next time. Next time.
Can.
So you just saw then, that's the size of the tunnels that they really were. So being a tunnel rat, one of the most psychologically, physically exhausting jobs of the American soldiers and Anzac soldiers during the Vietnam War. Crazy.
Hello again.
Crazy.
Hello.
Superstar Jason,
That's
hello.
me. You looking for mango,
Mango,
pineapple,
pineapple,
banana,
banana.
watermelon. watermelon.
Watermelon.
I love you number one.
I love you number two. Yeah.
Guess what is animal American scare the most to candy? Best of the best candy.
Chris got this one.
Yes! There we go! Scorpion, you know why? The claw and the tail.
Superstar funny. Superstar Jason. I thought he was on my side. Trying to make me look bad in front of the pretty girls.
The Vietcong uniform here.
What's this?
Vietcong uniform.
This is uniform.
Yeah, uniform for the Vietcong.
I am now dressed as a Viet Cong
Yeah,
soldier.
Vietcong soldier.
Oh. There you go, you got the tank, M41. You can hear the AK-47s being fired in the background. It's eerie because we're in the same forest and shrubbery and bush where the Americans 60 years ago would have been hearing gunshots and they don't know where it's coming from. You're looking around, you don't see anything. All you see is trees. You hear a rustle, everything has got you on edge. You don't know whether someone's going to pop up from one of those holes, start shooting you with an AK. This is intense. This was an intense war. About to get it looks like here, we're about to get a recreation of some of the traps.
Let's stop. Go straight to your leg.
That is cool.
Straight, now look at him. 1, 2, and 3. Wow. Straight to your armpit. If you step in the middle. Wow. And the running trap, the more you get inside, the more they run you. On the foot to the head, we call the full body massage. Anyone full body massage? Go there. And that's in the seesaw trap. 24-hour service it. Move from the left to the right, from the right to the left. 24-hour service. And that's in the door trap.
So as you can see, these traps, they weren't designed to kill the Americans instantly. They were designed to inflict great pain and traumatize them and scare the other Americans to the point that they wouldn't want to venture into the jungle and track out the Vietnamese soldiers at all. So this is the shooting range area where you can go fire AK-47s, pistols, if you would like. I think it's quite expensive. You pay per bullet. So I got my ticket. It cost 40 Australian dollars to shoot 10 bullets. I know I'm getting ripped off. My tour guide yesterday told me I'm getting ripped off. I'm taking the red ones because I'm special. There we go. Can't hear myself talk, but that's okay. So let's go shoot some guns. All right. I will be better than these girls. Wow. Locked and loaded. Alright, let's give it a shot. So which one I'm aiming for? That one. Where should I aim? Should I aim directly or just above? Just above? No, like this. Woo. How'd I go? Okay? Good? Did I hit the target?
You should hit black and white color. No.
No red.
If you shoot it fold out. Hit red, like it fold out.
Look. I think we did alright. I think we were hitting things that it folds out when we... I'm saying we hit the bullseye. It's my declaration. I should have tried the rapid, but it's so hard. Like, how are you going to rapid fire that? Like,
You can't accurately do it.
because it's stuck in the spot. You're not even holding in free space. For everyone wondering how they dug the tunnels, this is how they did it. And 1 meter, 1 day. That's what Superstar Jason was telling us. So it took 20 years to dig the tunnels. From 1948 to 1968. Quickly show you this. These are the sandals that they wore, and they wouldn't wear them this way. They would wear them the other way, and the idea was to trick the Americans to think that it's the other way around. See my roadie. But there's tree law. Superstar Jason was telling us, tree law. First law was wear your shoes when you're around the camp, cook with no smoke, and be quiet. And that's how they defeated the Americans and why they were so successful. Now we're going in some more expanded tunnels. So these aren't the original size, the ones we went in to begin with were. These are the bigger ones. You did the other one, this is fine. This one's good, it's bigger.
No, if she says no, I might not do it.
Alright. Here we go. More tunnels. You know, I watched some guys on YouTube a little while ago, and they were cavers. And for those of you who don't know what cavers are, they're people who do this for fun. They go in little crevices and holes in the ground. And they're on their bellies in the mud and wet and damp and cold. And they enjoy this stuff. So this reminds me of Cappadocia, where the Christians who were living there to escape persecution, they lived underground in the volcanic ash, and they dug similar structures to what we see here, and they had whole cities underground as well. So it wasn't just the Vietnamese who did it, but the Greeks, the Orthodox Christians living in that part of the world also did it. And we're out. I'm sweating, I'm exhausted. We've got extra content. It's another 25 meters of cave. You can't come all this way and not do the extra 25. Most people will fall off the track. On the first one, there are exits. Only a few will make it to the end, and only the true G's, the toughest of them all, will do the last 25 meters.
I might call it a night here, but string up a little hammock or something.
Look at this.
It's quite nice.
Dinner. Jason, you cooked. Come here. We got, what's this? It looks like sugar cane. Crushed nuts.
So what they ate, it's like a potato.
Ah.
It's called yuca.
Yucca. Yucca. And we've got some tea as well.
Yeah, it's like a potato.
In little tiny cups. We'll try some tea. Not bad.
And we have this in South America.
A bit dry.
No te soto.
And what is this?
I'll tell you now, I wouldn't enjoy this. This ain't sugar cane. Some potato. You said yucca.
Yuca.
Yucca. Yucca.
This is azúcar.
I don't think I will continue to eat yucca at home. Will you, Chris?
Only here.
Only here.
Only here.
No. You're gonna import it back to Poland. Bring it back to Poland. You'll be excommunicated from the country. The tour here. We've conquered Kuchi. Done all the tunnels. We've explored it all. And now we're at the bathroom. Not going to go record there. All right. But back to Ho Chi Minh. We're back at the apartment now. What a fantastic tour. Jason, superstar. If you're watching this, shout out to you. Every time Jason gave a question, he would hand out lollies. So it got to a point that I just had to stop answering the questions, and the bag was getting too packed. But I'm going to wrap up the vlog there. Hope everyone enjoyed. And tomorrow we're off to Da Nang. So this is my last day in Ho Chi Minh. There is still plenty more to do. I've only just scraped the surface. I've just tried to hit the main ones there. But we're off to Da Nang tomorrow, and we'll probably go and do either Hoi An, or I'll decide when we get there. But that's all, folks, for today, and we'll see you in the next one.